Well, greetings. Here we are on the 14th of October, and it's not my birthday, but I'm going to go up into the town and go get a few video shots of Devizes and have a little bit of a tour. It's a beautiful, beautiful morning, sunshine. There's a few clouds around, but all the boats are getting ready to go up the canal through all the locks. So I'll see you on the way up there. Anyway, Chris, it's a long way, you know. It's only a couple of miles. It's a nice walk. Well, greetings. We're sort of halfway up Cane Hill. It's just past lock. Must be about 34. And yeah, the narrow boats are coming through. It's lovely to see. And it's a good excuse. It's quite a walk, but it's a pleasant walk uphill. So it's nice to just watch some of the narrow boats and barges coming through. It's a quiet way of life, I must admit. I don't think I could live on a narrow boat, but it's got its charm, and there's a bit of holiday on there. It's very nice. And we got the cunning fox, so that's good to see. Well, off I go and make my way to the top. So we made the top of Cane Hill. We're up by the cafe there, and of course the nice thing about it, you're at the top. We're heading towards Devizes, but looking back down, a flight of locks there. Yeah, you never get fed up with this view. It looks different every season. We're going to make our way up into Devizes now, and the next stop will be the town bridge. Well, we just got up to the town bridge, and we're working our way back down to Devizes. So the canal carries on to the wharf that way. This way it's into Devizes, and yes, it's a lovely walk in there. We've got the Wadworth Brewery coming up. On the right we got the Catholic Church and School. And you'll see New Park Street at the moment, where I was born and spent my first 2 years of my life. It's all got noisy now. Well, we just come from the town bridge, and we've gone to Wadworth, our local brewery there. I'm going to pan across because in that car park over there, we're on New Park Street, that where I was born. I was literally my first 2 years of my life. Apparently was in a little terrace house in the car park over here, and then in 1959 we moved down to the farm. So my mum and dad lived with my nan Dolly Cave. So this is where I was born. I think it was the maternity hospital, but yeah, right opposite a brewery, and a couple of miles away. And of course I moved down to the farm, and I've never left since. So we moved now towards the marketplace, panning round. But this here is the cinema, the Palace Cinema, where my nan Dolly Cave used to work in, and my memories of watching movies in here were immense. I remember watching Bambi as a young child, and a few tears, of course, with Bambi. My nan was a special in my life, so she worked in here. But she also worked up in Snuff Street, where they made snuff. We're just going to go into the marketplace, and we get this market day, which is always exciting. Well, we've made up to the Shambles, and where Caroline does her craft on a Saturday, sell her paintings next to the Condo Lounge, where we do dancing with Michelle and Dave. And we're in the marketplace, and there's always a market here on a Thursday, and some special markets on a Saturday as well. There's always a lot going on in Devizes. It's something that we love to see. So we're going to have a little bit of a tour around, and we're just going to catch up. And we're in the market square there now as well. It's a beautiful blue sky, and everything's looking good. We're into the sort of main high street, which is the Brittocks. We're working away. I'm going to go and take you over to the Church of St. Mary's. Yeah, so this is the Brittocks. When I was a young boy, cars used to come through here, but this is obviously, I'm not sure what that shop sells. Can't read it very well. But no, it's a beautiful Devizes. There's a lot of history here. Well, we stopped outside M&S. This is where we get lots of our food from the farm from. We've got M&S there, and not far away we've got Sainsbury's, which is just around the corner from here. So what food do we get? Well, we get a bit of all sorts here from M&S. It's a lovely town, Devizes. We're going to wander a little bit further along, just go around to show you what's going on the corner here. We've got the White Bear, a very old pub. And we've got... It's an old people's home, but this old people's home was on the site of an old cinema called the Regal. And here is the Castle Hotel, where two famous people stayed recently, Rosemary and Nicky. But behind we'll see a wonderful church, and that church is St. Mary's, where my mum and dad had their wedding, and I was christened. So we're just going to have a quick look there. So we reached the church of St. Mary's, and this is the church where I was christened. My mum and dad were married, as my sister, and sadly my mum and dad had their funeral here. But yes, lots of happy memories. I remember there's a lovely picture of my mum and dad on their wedding day with all the guests down here leading into New Park Street. It's an old church. I can't tell you how old it is because I can't remember. But it's a lovely church, and it's all been now being converted really more into a community centre. We have many churches in Devizes, but like many places are not used as much as they used to be. But look at that beautiful architecture. I think it's locked up today, so we can't go in there. So lots of memories. Going down memory lane is all good, and we're working away just round and run the back of here. Just across the way is our canal, which just goes out on the outskirts of Devizes and works our way down Cane Hill. So look at this. It's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. A nice blue sky. So there's St. Mary. So there's a little bit of a tour of Devizes. I hope you enjoyed seeing a little me going down memory lane. I think I might need to go and get a coffee now. Well, here we are. We're in towards Monday Market Street, and this is Sainsbury's, another supplier of fruit and veg for our animals. And we're just popping right down to Maryport Street and back to the Britics. So it's a lovely place, a lovely old town, and lots of memories. But we're creating new ones. Well, I'm on the way back to the farm, and I've come down Bath Road, and this is St. Peter's School, the infant and junior school I was at, and my girls as well. And I always remember waiting for the girls here, especially Ellie, waiting for the girls here, for the children to come out. The school's closed down now. It's been turned into homes, I think, retirement homes, I think. But this is my old school on the other side. The playground's gone, and yeah, it's all development here now. And you'll see as I pan round to the old grammar school that it's houses now. People are living in the school grounds. But this is St. Peter's. Sally Ann and Cara will remember it very well, myself. Yeah, lots of memories here. And this is St. Peter's Church. It was a church school. I remember going into church on numerous occasions. I think on a Thursday we had church. Mum and Dad, mainly Mum, would wait by here, waiting for the children to come out. All excited to go home, see my animals. And we were going to make our way back down to Bath Road. And there we are, off to Bath Road. And the church, St. Peter's.